Gaff, I'll start with Miles Addison. You just said in the press you extended it for a short period of time. I mean, he's come in, obviously made his debut straight away, and he's improving all the time, fitness-wise.
Yeah, Miles was brilliant to do what he did. He was in no state of readiness to play league football, and came in and played against Barnsley and put in an unbelievable showing under the circumstances. There might have been periods of the game where his legs didn't quite carry him here or there, but respect him. And he's been a proper professional since he's been here. He's worked relentlessly to get himself to the level where he can contribute, and he's improving every day. He was excellent yesterday in training, and looking like he could play his part as and when and if needed.
And that experience is also invaluable in the dressing room because he's been there, seen it and done it.
Well, he's a player and a leader, and you want everybody to be a leader. You need everybody to be a captain. It's the old cliche, it's the adage that everybody uses. But you do want everybody to be a leader in a camp, and he's certainly one of them.
Callum Elder suffered a blow injury-wise.
Yeah, he's gone back to Leicester for the time being. He came off injured, and a player of his character. That there's something serious when he is forced off in the first 5 or 10 minutes of a game, and sure enough, the scan showed that there was a little bit of ligament damage. So he's going back. It's not going to be a game or two, probably more like 10, and hopefully we'll see him back at the football club, because he's been fantastic. He's an incredibly good footballer. He's been a massive part of what we've been doing. So it's a blow to us. But just as it was when Marcus got injured and he was top goal scorer and top assist maker, and everybody was saying, "Oh my God, what are we going to do?" We'll have to find answers, and it's those answers that are the exciting opportunity for somebody else.
It's Christmas. Traditionally, some clubs have players in on Christmas Day, some don't. How do you view things around this time?
Yeah, I've never brought the lads in on Christmas Day, but I've always given them a routine to follow at home on Christmas Day. We sort of change the week around so that we do all the pre-match prep earlier. We're obviously in throughout the week. We haven't taken a day off during the week this week, so that we're ready. We do everything that we need to do, and then on Christmas Day they do their own physical preparation. They'll all do it at the same time. They'll all do the same routine. They'll all record their results and feed them through to me. And by 11:30 I'll have wished them all a Merry Christmas, and we'll have done what we need to do to be ready for the game the following day. But as a player myself, being dragged an hour or an hour and a half into training for a 20-minute run around of touch rugby, when all everyone was thinking about was getting back to the family, it just never added any value for me, and it put plenty of miles on the clock at a time when you'd be better off resting for the game. So I've done it in a certain way. It's always been, touch wood, quite a reliable way of working for me, and if I hadn't been getting the right results on Boxing Day, I probably would have thought about doing it differently. But it's always worked okay. The spirit stayed good, physical preparation's been good, and teams have always been able to work well the way that they do it.
And as we sit here on the 23rd, Chesterfield is still without a manager. That could obviously change leading up to the game. But I suppose you prepare for every eventuality.
Well, we know they're players. We know that they've been playing different shapes and different formations anyway. So if a new manager comes in and changes the shape of formation, we're ready for them to have a shape change anyway. We know the players that they've got. We know how much experience they've got. We know the calibre that they've got. We know where they've been falling down in conceding goals. We know where they've been strong in scoring goals, and we're ready for the football match. So we know it's one of those games where you're going to get what we get on the day. If recent weeks are anything to go by, sides have looked at us as a goal machine and decided that they're going to do their absolute utmost to stop it. And it wouldn't be a surprise to me if a side does that again. They'll have seen Blackpool get their joy doing that. They'll have seen Shrewsbury put in a good show by doing that, and Luton too. Our goals have somewhat dried up in those games where sides have camped in against us and played defensive players. We've got to learn to overcome that. It was a phase we were going to go through, but it's a phase that now it's hit us. Some of the harsh realities have come home. So we've worked hard, obviously, to try and overcome the problems that we faced and re-establish ourselves as the attacking force that we were looking like when sides were playing differently against us. So. Yeah, it's a different phase of the season, and we've got to learn, adapt, develop, improve, get better, as we'll have to do throughout the season. And
this will be the halfway point in the season, 23 games at the Chesterfield point, and obviously you want to kick on in the new year.
Yeah, it's the turn for home. There's there's something about the phases of the season. I mean, people, if you listen to them, will always say his team's always come good in the second half of the season. I don't know why that is. I really don't. Perhaps the appeal of a finishing line is what some people need. Maybe when you turn for home and that line's there in front of you, perhaps some people are not as bothered about it as others. Perhaps some people are very attracted to that finish line, and they start really fighting for it with a focus. For whatever reason, results of my sides over the years have been good after Christmas. Maybe it's that focus thing, maybe it's the physical thing. If you saw them working yesterday, the amount of energy there is on that training ground now. They're eating very differently, much better. Distances they're covering are phenomenal. The speed of their distances is incredible. The difference between walking in the door and now in terms of what they're able to do is just breathtaking. We've got some great athletes, great footballers, and they're in a good place. So we're really looking forward to the second half of the season. I'm certainly loving being at the club, loving working with these boys, and really excited about what lies in store. I don't want to say happy Christmas to the fans, or just happy Christmas fans. I want to say thank you, because when you walk in the door at a new football club, everybody talks about embracing the new manager and giving him a fair crack of the whip and giving him a chance and so on. The people of Peterborough have just been awesome to me. They've welcomed me with open arms. In everything I've tried to do, they've been right behind me, and I feel as though the team has got the ultimate excuse to win football matches with the way the fans have been. So enjoy yourselves on Christmas Day. We'll do our utmost to make sure you have a fantastic Boxing Day.